Let's go back a few years.
NYSE in case there was any question regarding that. NASDAQ, as we said, fully open, down 6%. That is a loss of 100 points. Just let me also point out that the Friars Club did the open this morning. I don't know if it's a good morning for a laugh or not. Perhaps we all are going to need one after the day today. But let's take a look at the big cap technology stocks here. Microsoft certainly set up for a down day after that disappointing outlook, talking about a slow economy and the impact there, slow spending, PC unit growth slower than expected, et cetera, et cetera. You get the picture there. eBay is down 6.5%. And really, you're seeing just broad-based declines across all of the major technology sectors. Apple's under pressure. Yahoo down 8.5%. Cisco 6.5%. Research in Motion 10%. I'd like to go through these in case some of you are actually listening on the radio right now, so you get a feel of really where the kind of selling we're hearing about now. Google 7%. Intel is weak. I've been looking at the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index for weeks now because it's dictated the trading here. We're down 6.5% on the stocks right now.
He's the wide bid offer spread tolerance level, and your time probably a little bit too early.
As we go through time there, I don't know if you guys know this, we've had tech sell-offs and growth sell-offs before. That's what this is.
So Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%. We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
Because we're now down 43%.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
Two-year no yields went from 190 to 160.
Woo! Nothing new under the sun, kids. Nothing new. Nothing new. It's the same old shit, different day. They go up, they go down. Same old shit. Same old stuff. It's going to happen about 20 times in your lifetime. And if you're right now, you're like, man, I wish I had more money to add. I don't know. Are you going to say the same shit next time? Is this going to be a story your whole life? Wishing, could have, maybe. Maybe you need to get your buckets right. Most people shouldn't even be in the stock market. They ain't got their buckets right. Still got credit card debt trying to buy fucking stocks. That's the truth. Most people are buying stocks. It shouldn't even, you got no business in there. You got bad credit. You're in here trying to buy stocks. You got to get the buckets right, man. That's why I teach that. That's why I give away that free ebook, man. Because you got to get it right, man. If you don't have it right, it don't matter. You're not going to get to participate. And then when this starts crashing, it's going to be bad for you instead of good because all your money's in it, man. So we need this, man. We need this. Now, if you look where we're stopping, it's basically what we anticipate, right? So if you remember, I said, hey, if this doesn't hold, we're going to go to the next one, which is down here. It's exactly where it stopped. And if you think on that, that's pretty amazing. All your tickers, I really don't give a damn. You can post them in there. Don't give a shit. It means nothing. So you can stop with the tickers. I really don't give a shit what stocks you own. It don't matter, man. You need to learn this. You need to get your buckets right and your mind right. Okay? All your tickers. Nobody cares. Nobody on here cares about your tickers. Sideways, up, right? Sideways, down, sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways, up, sideways, down. Now, I met a guy once who wrote a book talking about this phenomena called the money flow. Some of you are so cheap, you still don't own it. Yeah, so nobody cares about your stocks. This is what you need to care about, this pattern. And it's not even for price prediction. It's just for, it will help you as far as knowing when to buy, man, when to target. And even that doesn't mean it's the bottom necessarily. But it gives us a systematic way to approach the markets. And that's what the money flow is about, man. It's not about, pick, well, it is about picking bottoms in a way. We are able to do that. There's people that believe you can't, but that's not true. You can pick all of them. What's up, man? Let's see. So we need to come down and test these bottoms here. This has got to get built out a little bit. We need to see. I was hoping we would come down, test this, and come back up. Now, we came down a little bit. This is the Dow Jones Industrial. We're on an extreme low RSI. If I had index funds, this is when I'd start buying a lot. If I was an index player, this is where I want to play it. So, for index funds where you're dripping in and you can't time it like to the day, you're not swing trading, this is when you want to start adding. So I've started adding to all my index funds, Dow, QQQ, small caps, where you're just holding that forever. You can't time, because if you're timing it as a swing trade, you get one day. But if you're doing this where you're building up index funds, it gives you more time. You can get 4 or 5, a week and a half, whatever. Growth stocks are still getting pounded. Just so you know, growth stocks got pounded in the past. It's nothing new. That's what happens. Could take a while for them to recover. They will recover. Uber's probably bottoming here. Probably a little soon yet. I bought yesterday across my portfolio because the low was just stupid. Like, these numbers here are stupid. So these numbers were stupid. So I called an audible. Now, whenever I teach that, I got guys, you've been in the market 4 months and you're calling an audible. That's not what an audible is, okay? An audible is when the entire market does something stupid, not one stock. So you wake up and one stock's down. That's not an audible. That's okay. That's you not overreacting. But when it's the entire stock market goes ridiculously low, that's when you call an audible. And if you get around where you do this for a minute, they get pretty easy to spot. But it involves all stocks, not one stock. Okay? One stock is just that stock's having a bad day. Not all stocks are down, right? So nobody cares about a firm, so stop putting your ticker in. I give zero shits about that stock. So LMT, notice that stock ain't down. Notice that stock ain't down. Why is this not down? Not all stocks go down. So sometimes, you'll see like, well, why don't you short? Because I own stocks that go up. I don't need to. So, if you approach this correctly and you build out a diversified thing of different stocks, and these sell-offs allow you to do that, man. Meaning you're going to do this over time. You're not going to just roll up, build this diversified port. It's not going to happen like that. This stuff takes time. All right. So this was purchased, last November. We started buying some, big sell-off, put in a box. And I was like, hey, I'm adding this to my buy and hold. I had about 1 to 2 stocks a year. And I think we added 2 last year. No, 3. Hasbro, LMT, and then I added, I think Philip Morris was one toward the end there. So not all stocks are going to go down, man. That's called, it's a stock market. Now, if you're just in one sector, yeah, then you're probably going to need to do some hedging, things like that. But as you build this out, as you play this for a long time, so I've been doing this for 20 years. So I've owned some stocks for 20 years. And as you own them, they go up and down. You can build out those positions, right? And not everything is going down at the same time. So there's plenty of stocks still going up. It's just, but here's the thing. I'm building these up when they're going down. So what do I want to focus on now? On the shit that's going down. So that a year from now, 2 years from now, when dividend stocks go down, all the growth stocks will be up. And that's the way it tends to work. So a lot of these, I have this video I put out on Twitter like 2 years ago, and I was saying why I don't care if my dividend stocks go down. And if you read all the hate comments in there from all these broke-ass kids all over the internet who are still broke, I'm sure, and my shit's doubled and grown and continue to go higher and higher as they talk crap about dividend stocks and it was all about tech stocks and growth stocks. Well, that little scenario's flipped now. That's what happens, man. So when I was focused on building these dividend stocks, the Campbells and all that, is when they were doing shitty, right? So I'm going to go look in that Twitter thing and I'm going to be sending out little snarky ass comments to everyone that commented on that 2-3 year ago video. See where they're at. I'm going to go down. There's a lot of comments on there. We'll see how those kids are doing now. Let's see. Choose some violence. There's no violence. This is truth. Let's see. Where's ARK? Boy, it's sure looking good, huh? It don't matter if I own Ethereum, man. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Just listen. Just listen. Stop worrying about what I own and listen. So, look how extreme. Look at this, man. Does that mean we're done going down? No, it means temporarily we're done going down. It's usually what that means. Start to put in a box. Now, I want to buy these as a position trader. That's not short-term trading. That's not day trading. That's not swing trading. Now, swing trading would be if I was trying to catch it as a swing, but the moment it broke right here, that's no longer swing trading, right? That's going down. As a position trader, I'm going to wait and I'm going to start picking it up. Okay, that's not buy and hold either, by the way. Okay, it's not buy and hold. There's a big difference between buy and hold and position trading and then swing trading. So figuring out what you're doing will help you. It'll help you have clarity, man, on how to approach this. No, we're not checking out anything. I don't want to see any of your tickers. I really give two shits about your tickers. I really don't care. So, let's see. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's putting in a box, getting ready to rip. Let's see. What's a box? What's a box? Well, for me, a box is 4 days where we can pinpoint a spot where price stopped dropping, right? Which would have been right there. Let's blow this up on Instagram because I know the people on Instagram are a little slower. So let's drop this up. All the smart kids, the fast kids are over on YouTube. We see it come back. So confirming this box. So there was my low. This wasn't. It came right back. So now we have a box, right, on Bitcoin. Stage 1 box is forming. No, we're not looking at anything you want to look at. Whatever you want to look at, just say it. And that's exactly what I will not look at. Because I really don't care. Nobody cares about Cardano at all. It doesn't even matter. They're all going the same direction. It doesn't matter. Damn, I don't know if people are just slow. So, this is a box being built here. That's what you need to know. Not about Cardano or Ethereum. All of that is nonsense. This is what you need to know. These chart patterns. These are repeated patterns. This is human emotion. Price is going up, price is going down, and they form a pattern, okay? And this pattern you'll see displayed out in stages, okay? It'll be displayed out in stages. And so if you don't know this, just stop with the tickers. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. My thing is broken. So, we got to get price above the 5. That should happen today. But I would take a shot at this little stage here, especially if I was swing trading Bitcoin. I think you could take a shot at this and you could put a stop here if you were trading it. Now, if you're not trading it, turn off comments, please. Why don't you shut up? Let me worry about the comments. How about that? I'll worry about the comments. You just be quiet. Don't even read them. Just look straight ahead. Just put the phone down and look straight ahead. That's all you got to do. There's our previous low. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin looks good. We put in a box. We'll see if it holds. We'll see if it holds. We'll see if it holds. Where's this chart? Where's the chart? Princess. This is stock charts. Where's AT&T? Starting to roll over. So let's look at something here. If we're looking at the pattern, this section here, you see where I talk about best time for selling. It's coming after a big run up, right? If you're swing trading. Now, how you interpret this pattern is up to you. You may not make any action, right? So I may not do anything. But these are here for if you're trading, right? If you want to get in, ride up, start taking some off, you got to get out over here. The moment you ride this down, you're no longer trading, you're doing something else, right? You're position trading or you're buying holding, which is fine. But as you watch this is what you're seeing happening right here with AT&T. So you had a stage one, right? That was your break. That was your stage one. But this one went pretty fast. It was crazy. The box went super fast. And then, boom, there's your stage two breakout, right? Runs up. Where's your target? Previous high. Bam, hits it. Now what? Well, I would start trimming this off because of the RSI. You have officially a completed swing trade from a low to a high as given by the RSI. So this is how we use these indicators. So when I look up, if I'm trading and I've got an extreme low and I caught the breakout, now I'm hitting an extreme high, your trade is over. It's just a matter of moments here before it rolls over and does this. This is what we call stage three, distribution, meaning for every seller there's a buyer, but there's not enough buyers to push it up any higher. Let's see. The only trade, we're not even talking about cryptocurrencies. The only trade cryptocurrency, we're not even looking at a cryptocurrency. This is fucking AT&T. Holy Christ. So, let's see. I know. 144 watching, 44 likes. That's because they're all lazy, Jessica. All my followers are lazy. They're busy. Their fingers are precious. They don't want to push a button. It'd be too much to ask if they push a button. It's too much to ask of people to push a button. So what we see with AT&T is it's breaking down now. And you're seeing what? The rollover. So if you were trading, you get out. So, but my point to this is you're now witnessing a stage three. This is what's happening. So as you watch this, as you look at the chart, as you look at the chart, you're seeing it roll over, right? So you're witnessing the stage three. So as you look at other charts, right? You know what you're looking at. You're seeing it over and over and over and over and over and over. This pattern gets burned into your head. So if we look at LMT real quick, we'll just back up to that one. What are we seeing? Still a stage two, right? But now what? The RSI went extreme. Where did price stop? This is beautiful. Remember, price has memory. So wherever price has been before, we assume it's going to go there again. So when it broke out over here, where's my target? Previous high. I assume right around in here. Where did it stop? Come on, man. Come on, man. Right at the previous high. Isn't that crazy? Now the RSI is extreme. So we'll start to see price start to go sideways, and what? You're going to start to see it break over. And this will be the normal movement of price as it goes sideways, runs up, and sometimes it's just picture perfect and comes down. Not always, but when it is easy trading. Easy trading. So right there, you're seeing what is the start of a stage 3. So if you have the money flow book, that's what you're seeing. It's the start of what we call distribution. Now, if it continues on sideways and sideways and sideways and sideways and sideways, at some point, stage 3 becomes a 1. And a 1 is a 3. You know, the sun and the moon, high tide, low tide, good and evil. It's basically the same. A stage 2 breakout is the opposite of a stage 4 breakdown. They're opposite. So if you wanted to be a short seller, let's say you want to short stock market, well, then you're taking on the opposite. So if you go look at the SQQ, right? SQQ. What are you seeing? This was a breakout, right? And it what? Ran up. Where's it stopping? Pretty crazy, huh? Previous high. So this is the opposite of the Qs. So the easiest way to short is just simply, I mean, you could buy puts on the Qs. You could buy, well, it's a little late now, right? We've hit the target, which is what you saw yesterday. See, I'm not the only guy that looks at this stuff, right? So what happened? You see that day? What? It reversed, right? Why? Price hit this previous high. People said, man, it's about time to ring the register. So if you were short, you started covering yesterday. And as that starts to cover, if we drop down in time, say to a 5-day, a 1-hour chart, what are you seeing? You're seeing this game play out on a shorter scale. So then momentum players come in, this and that. So we'll see if this holds. Maybe it keeps going. Maybe the market keeps going down. I don't know. But this is an area where it tends to stop. And again, completed swing trade. So now I would expect it to pull back. That doesn't mean it's done going. So where would it pull back to? Probably right around in there, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Now, over time, markets go up. Markets go up. I actually have people get mad at me about that. Well, he always thinks the market goes up. Yeah, it's called history. I'm sorry if I read it. So, yeah, look, this is history. This here's history. Okay? I actually get people that say this to me. He's always bullish. I know. Call me stupid. Because every sell-off results in prices going higher. I don't know what to say. I'm just looking at the past. It goes back to 1850 if you want to take it back that far. But we have periods of downturn. So we'll probably have several months of shitty trading here. Or I don't know, maybe for trading it might be good. If you're a short-term trader, this may be what you need, man. You need this volatility. So we're coming down. Maybe we get 2 or 3 bars. That wouldn't be unusual. Look, one there, right? 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. There's 3 months right there. 1, 2, 3 there, right? So this is all normal. So that would be normal. And it would be still goes up 70-something% of the time. Let's see. It could, Ricky. Market could rip. I don't know. I don't know where it goes. I know on a monthly chart, these indicators aren't, they aren't that reliable. It's too far a time frame. If we back up to a weekly, and you just look at some of these sell-offs that are on, these are weekly. So each bar on here is 1 week, Monday through Friday. So the money flow or price movement is fractal, man. So as you're looking at this, that's 1 week of trading. And there's another week of trading. So it's 2 weeks down, 3 weeks of trading, 4 weeks of trading. So you had, a down move for 4 weeks. 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. There's 3 weeks, right? 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. There's 3 weeks, right? So, and then look, even here you had 2 weeks. And yet what happens? Over time, it creeps higher. And in here again, we see it 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. So that's a month long. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. 1 week, 2 week, 3. So I think you have time. So anybody say, well, I don't have any money. You got money. Just relax. Take your time. This is probably not going to run off anywhere soon, very quickly. It's really not. Jessica says she bought some Lyft. I like Lyft. Let's look at Lyft real quick. It's building that box. It's building that box. So we're building that box. Now, this is putting in a very small money flow pattern. These are the hardest to trade, man. Look, sideways up, didn't go very far, sideways down, and now, hopefully we're going sideways again. So if we're looking at the pattern, we're seeing the pattern, it's just getting tinier. Not ideal trading, okay? Not ideal trading. So I don't think this is, I think we're just going to have to be patient here, man. It's going to take a while. No, I don't think it's too early for Bitcoin. I think right now is a good chance. It's not a solid stage 1. Let's look on ETH. But it is forming a box. But everything is pointing down, man. So I wouldn't get aggressive. Everything is definitely still pointing down. And we've had multiple of these boxes, though. So, I don't even know they can be trusted. But this is when I like to buy. I like to buy when things are extreme and they start to put in a box. And one of these will be the bottom. I mean, that's just the way it works. It was this way over here. At some point it becomes the bottom. So, do I like Affirm? It doesn't even matter, man. Let's look at Affirm so you guys will calm the fuck down. All right, so if I look at this, will you stop asking me about this stupid stock? So here we are. We're looking at this stupid stock that puts everyone in debt. It's the thing I hate about this stock, man, is it puts poor people in debt. So here, if you want to invest in making poor people poorer, this is a good stock. So here, let's bankrupt all the minority communities and all the people who live in trailer parks. Let's invest in that. So if that's what you're into, you like making people poor, this is a good stock for that. Let's see. Now, no judgment on that. I'm not judging that. I rent to poor people. They gotta get stuff too. I get it. And so, if you were going to buy something that's $48, you could make 12 easy payments of $1.75. There you go. So, if you want to help finance poor people, here you go. He said, yikes, that's not true. That's not true. I was just checking out yesterday on a $90 item, and they said, would you like to make 3 payments of $30? Really? I need to finance a $90 item? Should I be buying it? Now, you might make the case, there's no other choice. All right, I guess. So that's just my problem with the stock. But no judgment on you. I just kind of don't like it because it goes against everything that I teach. But it is what it is. I don't smoke cigarettes and I own shares in cigarette stocks. So maybe I'm a little hypocritical there. Now, I'm open if anybody wants to come on a live and explain to me how Affirm is good for people and that making payments of $12 a month for 9 fucking months is a good idea. If you want to defend that, I'd be happy to have that conversation with you. But everybody likes that stock. Yep. No, too soon yet. I would have taken a shot at it yesterday, though. This price was ridiculous. And I'm sure this stock is going higher because there is no end to the appetite for poor people to finance things. So I would definitely like the concept. It's good for my business. Of course it's good for your business. Of course it is. You know, people doing drugs is good for drug dealers' businesses. Duh. Just be nice to have a world where your customers could just pay you. How nice would that be? They could just pull out cash and hand it to you. Wouldn't it be good for building credit from scratch? Man, you need to stay off YouTube. Stop watching Him 500. and all that bullshit and get your credit right the right way. Watching Bambino on YouTube create trade lines. We could do trade lines. Is that where we're going now? We're going to do trade lines. Here's another way to build your credit too. Pay your bills on time. Apply for a credit card. I don't know. Call me weird. But yeah, you could. In theory. I get it. Can you please be my unofficial? Let's see. Fuck, man. That guy, him 500, man. You guys got to stop listening to that shit. That's a good way to go bankrupt, man. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to delete that guy. I don't know how he's not in jail. He's literally telling people to commit crimes. What stock are we looking at? It don't even matter. This is a firm, though. So, SoFi, I would much rather own than a firm. But I like it. I get it. It's going to make money. I'm sure they have a long life, and it is on sale. Absolutely. Not quite a setup yet. I like SoFi better. Let's see. Listen, if you don't know the guy, you don't need to know him. He's not going to help you. Let's see. You'd be better off taking your financial advice from Sammy the Bull Gravano. Let's see. A 40-cent yearly dividend and the mortgage company growing fast and competing with Rocket Mortgage. SoFi is pretty cheap right here. It tried to rip. Obviously, the market got hammered, so it's come back down. This is one that I would suggest that if you have some money, you want to build a position, this is a good stock, man. It is really cheap. Let's see. Everybody's fired up today. Let's see, man. We're looking at SoFi, man. That's what we're looking at. Jovi S_77. You should get that tattooed on your chest. All right, let's look at DraftKings. These all suck right now, to be honest. I added to all of these yesterday in that low, but I'm not buying anything here. Yep, still down. We got to get past this week and see what's up, man. Do I need options to win in the market? No. That's not what you need. You know what you need, sir? You need money and common sense. That's what you need. Both of which are in short supply right now. Money and common sense are in short supply right now. Why is it Bitcoin seems to control all crypto and now tech too? Well, that's because Bitcoin is the wind. It's basically an index fund like the S&P 500. What the hell? I think they got a mispricing going on. Did the S&P drop like that? What the fuck? You guys see that? Did this happen? Is anybody else chart showing that? That's got to be a mess up with stock charts. Yeah, so you got to understand the Bitcoin is the index, man. Where index goes, that's where the market goes. So your question is a valuable lesson. Once you get that, you'll be a lot... See, you'll move right up the ladder of market knowledge. So, if you want to know where oil stocks are going, look at oil. Oil leads the way, right? The gush come back. Look at that, trying to come back. I closed my gush position. I'm hoping I won't regret this. It's on TradingView too. Somebody dumped the S&P that goddamn big. Damn. See, I wasn't watching or I would have bought that shit. If you're ever watching and you see this happen on an index, you buy it. I mean, I've had several of these opportunities in my life where one time a few years back, one of the computers for KHC Capital, forget the name of it, they specialized in low cap or low dollar stocks, and they were a high frequency firm. The computers messed up and started trading with themselves. They took Ford and like 20 other stocks that were under $10. They took them to like ridiculous levels. And at Ford, like within minutes, had fallen to like $2 or something. And I'm sitting there and I keep refreshing my screen. I'm like, what is happening? And instead of doing that, I should have been buying, and it corrected itself within a few minutes. And there was a flash crash. I'm sure you ever just go on YouTube and put in the flash crash. Procter & Gamble fell like $50. That's the kind of shit you call an audible for. A stock missing earnings and just dropping real big, that's not an audible, man. That's not an audible. Yeah, if you had a buy order down here, you would have got filled. They call those stink bids. A lot of guys do that in biotechs. They'll put in these stink bids, these ridiculously low orders, knowing you probably won't get filled. I'll tell you a story on that. I'll tell you a quick little story on that. A guy, I don't personally know him. I know him indirectly through someone else. Had a lot of money, and he had about, I forget how much. He had these ridiculous orders in on a bunch of MLPs, really, really, really low. And 9/11 happened. So on 9/11, the stock market went down like 20-something%, and they closed it. Well, those MLPs fell massive, and this guy had millions. He was trying to launch a company, and he had like $7 or $10 million on with like one of the big. I can't give you the name because my friend works there, but he had these orders for this guy, and they were all stink bids. Now, anticipating that maybe ET misses earnings or Halliburton, it was all oil related shit. Well, when the crash happened, all his stuff got filled. And he was able to buy some of these 40, 50% below value. And I'm talking about multi-millions of dollars of trades. And when, matter of fact, because of that, he was actually interviewed by the FBI because they thought maybe he had insider information to 9/11. When they opened the market back up, shit came back up. Oil started flying because, once it was connected to the Middle East, the wars are going to kick off. Anyway, he turned like $10 million into like $100 million. From these. Crazy, huh? No way a buy order is filling on that. Not a retail order. I have to see it to believe it. Why wouldn't it, bro? You also can hit market order. Just click buy. Let's see. When should you buy VTI? You should always buy it. Just buy it all the time, man. So it was a 2-second shoot down. We'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. Wow. That is crazy. We'll have to look into that and see what happened. We're back in the support area, though. What does that tell you? It's pretty bullish, huh? Let's stop the whole class and look at ATVI for this guy. All right, sir, we're going to stop the whole thing so we can look at your stock because you're really important today. This is all about you, sir. So let's look at your stock so you can brag. Look at how well you're doing. Congratulations. Is there anything else you wanted us to know? Maybe how much you made, what you're going to buy with the winnings? He's going to buy a beach house, guys. He just wanted to let you know. So during our class, he could tell you, hey, I bought this stock down here and now it's way up here. I just wanted you guys to know. I know a lot of you are losing money, but I just want to let you know that I was crushing it over here. Was that your point, sir? So now we all know you're doing well. You have any other questions now that we've stopped the class for you? Anything else you want to share with us? Maybe a big win at work, a promotion. Maybe you got a new degree at school. Anything else you'd like to tell us all that you're doing well with? Anything? Nothing? Did you get a new Rolex watch or something? Anything else? A new car? No? Just that stock? So yeah, The stock's done well. If you're trading it, the money flow, there's your stage one, right? You're buying on the extreme. There's your breakout. Now what? Now it's run up. So let's all congratulate him. Anybody else have one they want to brag about? This guy said, stupid. I guess he's calling me stupid. Yesterday I was called a bum, and I look like a bum. That's always makes you feel good. Just bought $900 of SPY this morning. There you go. I like that. Stepping out there. Good deal. Let's see. Yeah, ATVI has been bought. I know. So I don't even know why we're talking about it. Let's see. Hood. That's a shitty stock that I own. It's not going anywhere. There's no point in even talking about them. They're going down, man. They're going down. Oh, CMC 520 5280 says I'm handsome. Anytime you meet a girl with the name of CMC 5280 underscore 14 and she has 4 glamour pictures, you know that's the one you're looking for. I like Robinhood though. I like the stock. My last girlfriend said I dressed like a bum. That's funny. Let's see. Honestly, when you sit next to me at a bar, I wouldn't ever think he's a multimillionaire. Oh, yes, you would, sir. You would think that, because I would turn to you and say, what are you investing in? And you'd be like, nothing. And then I would tell you about all the millions that I'm invested in and what I'm doing. And then I'd tell you about the beach house I just bought and how I'm just about to buy. So you'd learn real quick. I tell everyone that talks to me. I like my friend there with AVTI. I brag it up. I was just playing if you're real. But yeah, I'm sure you guys aren't tonight. You get contacted by Susie underscore 66543. And then you look at her picture and it's all glamour. It's like 8 glamour shots. Let's see. Thoughts on Plug? Gee, what do you bet Plug looks just like this stock? Let's see. Ooh, yeah, it looks great, man. Love it. Looks great. Straight down. No, sir, don't touch this stock yet. It's not ready, man. It's going straight down. I like the company, but this is a stage 4 decline straight down. So we got to see if this low here holds. That's what we need. We need these growth stocks to test this low here and then bounce off of it. So I would not touch this. Let's see. What's up, Mike? Thoughts on GBTC and a buy and hold account? I like it. There's some problems with GBTC, but I think it's trading at a discount to the Bitcoin that it holds. I like it. I like it better than BITO as far as in a buy and hold account. Yeah, I like it. If you want to take a shot at Bitcoin, I wouldn't get the position size too big. Keep it all reasonable. Treat it like a stock, and I think you'll be fine. Yeah, GBTC is a way to do Bitcoin in like a SEP IRA, an IRA, a health savings account, GBTC. Obviously it looks terrible. It's basically it's not really an index. It's like a trust of Bitcoin. It's not an ETF. No, Hood is not following crypto and Bitcoin. Hood is a growth stock that's getting smashed. Okay, DFEN. This is a triple leverage defense fund. I like these. Let's see. Not yet. I track a lot of these triple leverage funds. So if you come over here, you should be creating. If you're not doing these things right here, you got to get my course, man. Most of you are, I'm sure. let's say 3x. And you hit the 3x, and then I track a whole bunch of these 3x funds. So we got Brazil breaking out with China breaking out. So this is a 3x of Brazil, right? And so there's all kinds of these. We can go through them. Here's, what is this one? Well, some of these are the opposite. That's the opposite of China. That's a short position. So here's a cloud computing bull. So you can go look and see what stocks are in here. You probably got a little Amazon, probably a whole bunch of these, like these stocks that are doing cloud computing. This is a triple leveraged of that. So, if you think it's bottomed, you take a shot. I'm long the TL. Somebody asked about bonds. It's like the first intelligent comment I've had since I got on. So bonds, TLT. I'm long this, but here's my concern. The market's been devastated, and maybe not devastated. The market's been hit pretty hard, and bonds have not ripped. They have built a solid stage one, and in my triple leverage fund, I have this, and it is just not doing anything. I don't understand it. It is a buy here. So what I'm using is the TMF, which is the triple leveraged of this. And it's set up as a stage one. The MACD's rolled over. Everything's rolled over, but it's just not going anywhere. So, no, man, we're not doing the VIX. I know all my degenerate gamblers love to play the VIX. Yeah, I'm still in the Sky Dweller Fund. This is in the Sky Dweller Fund right now. And the Sky Dweller Fund's been hit, baby. It's a triple leveraged fund. So it's not for the weak. TQQ, triple leveraged. It's gone from 87 to 50. Started buying some yesterday. So that's not for the weak, though, man. Most of you shouldn't play with it. Thoughts on PayPal? I think. What do you think? What do you think, sir? Where do you think PayPal's going right now? Down. It's going down, sir. It's down, down, down until all this stops. Let's see. Yep. So down. I don't know, man. We'll see. The Qs are down big right now, huh? So the Qs are down 3%. The triple leverage is down 9%. So, you got to ask yourself if you can handle that. I can, but I keep it in a separate account too. Let's look at Netflix. Look at Netflix. Sorry. Oof. Man, I would give this some time. What are your favorite growth stocks for buy and hold? None of your damn business. How about that? How about you? You tell me yours. How about that? Let's see. I offered that. I said yesterday, anybody bought my course, I was going to let you know my 10 favorite. And you didn't buy the course, sir. So none of your business. How long does a bullish or bearish market usually last? Well, usually about 18 months. Rude. That ain't rude. Yeah, it's rude on his part not to buy it and then ask for it. That's rude, for sure. You're right. I agree. He's a very rude person. Usually 18 months. Yeah, Visa 18 months is usually a bear market. Now, we didn't experience that in COVID because of all the government intervention. So immediately the market took off. You're not going to witness that. So you guys you're going to get to see a brutally, probably awful, long months after months, and then you're going to give up. And you'll know people are going to stop paying attention. They're going to 5 months in, you're still down, and then you're like, fuck these stocks. And then like a year in, you're like, fuck, I'm selling these and I'm going to go. And then about that time is when it starts ripping. That's how it happens. In case you didn't know.
66 in the blink of an eye.
The NASDAQ, everything and more has been completely wiped out. It was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
Woo! That was 12, 13 years ago.
From the financial
The opening bell is going to ring in 5 seconds, and to be honest with you, we wish it wouldn't.
Traders here working the phone say a lot of their customers are freaked out, waiting to see how low the Dow will go. They're focused on the Dow, not so focused on OPEC. Yes, OPEC did cut production by 1.5 million.
Really, you're seeing just broad-based declines across all of the major technology sectors. Apple's under pressure. Yahoo.
So a lot of my friends quit doing this stuff in 2008 because it just got too bad. And then after about a year of it just being shitty and lower, and a year of it, year and a half of shitty and low, they're like, man, I'm going to go do something else. I just kept building those positions, building them. Little here, little there, little here, little there. And then eventually it turns. Things get better, and it rips. And that cycle plays over and over and over and over. Yeah, Netflix is going lower. I wouldn't run up and run under there. You got DS in your buy and hold. Don't get too many penny stocks in there, Jessica. But I do like DS. That is in mine too. Let's see. So prepare yourself for that. Be committed to the process. And that'll help you, and we're seeing that. The money flow, I keep getting people tell me the money flow is not about shorting or the money flow is not about that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is the best time to sell. It's also the best time to go short. Just because I don't go short doesn't mean you can't go short. That is the money flow, man. Okay? I don't need to. I'm rich. I'm not worried about it. I don't really care that it goes down. I'm going to keep buying. Right? But if you're worried about it or you want to trade that little movement, then by all means, go short. But follow the strategy, man. Go short when it's time to go short and cover when it's time to cover. So I don't know where this conception is that the money flow doesn't do that or the money flow is not about options. No, I don't trade options. Okay? I would do a little bit, but not much. Why? Because I think most people will fuck it up and lose all their money. I'm trying to help a lot of people fix their shit and get rich. I'm not trying to get into the weeds of every little, you can figure that out once you learn the money flow, man. Once you learn the money flow, you can be like, oh, we're rolling over. Maybe I should put on some puts, or we're rolling over. Maybe I should. If you want to trade it that tight and you got time and you don't have, all these properties you're working on and you're not doing videos and writing books and podcasts and you're just staring at the fucking computer all day, then yeah, do that. That ain't no big deal. If that's what you want to do, I don't have any interest in that. Why? Because I'm going to get rich anyway. I don't need to, man. I got stocks going up. There's stocks going up right now. So why? I don't want to commit capital to something when I can just start building my positions. And I got other things that are going up, man. So it's just a difference of opinion, man. So don't get that twisted. I keep getting people getting that twisted. Go short, man. Nobody cares. Let's see. Can gold stocks get lower? Gold stocks suck, dude. If you're a gold bug, man, the best thing you could do for yourself is to get out of that. It is creeping higher though. So I'm long silver right now, the AGQ. It's kind of just filtering around. Gold stocks are the worst run stocks in the world. They suck all the equity out. Horribly run companies. GP, your course is one I shared through email, or is this a new one? GP, is your course the one you shared through email, or is this a new one? I have a couple of them, sir. One I was talking about there was getting started with stock charts. Let's see. Oh, I'm not very altruistic either. Altruistic. Just hit my bio link, sir. All right, let's look at Nike. I keep getting asked about this one. Everybody likes Nike. Yeah, man. Look at this pattern. That's why I keep getting asked. I know when the patterns are setting up because I keep getting... Look at this. This is a nice setup here, man. Stage 1, right? What are we seeing? Stage 1. Now look. If I was inclined to be a swing trader, this is what I'm looking for. When did it end? When that went extreme. So what are we anticipating? Same thing. And if we look, big picture, right? Sideways, up, sideways, what? Down. That looks a lot like this, right? Woohoo! So as we look at Nike, where's it at? Come on. Look, if we're looking for a trade, here's the problem. The rest of the market's going down. So if the market does bottom and catch a pop, man, Nike could fly. Now, what do we think Nike's worth? Let's go to tip breaks and see. Fundamentally, is this even a play? Now, I get people, too, criticize me about this. Oh, tip breaks doesn't know shit. Okay. And you know more. I got it. 187 on Nike. So, just upgraded yesterday to a buy by Wells Fargo with a 175 target. Now, I know you know way more than Kate Fizzlemosman, whatever, from Wells Fargo, right? You know way more. You got your MBA from wherever, I forget. She probably got hers from Wharton. Works at a major bank on Wall Street. What does she know, right? People say that to me like that. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, bro. Okay. She probably knows more than I do, right? About fundamental analysis of a stock. Just saying. But knowing that doesn't mean the stock goes there, right? Because there's all this shit that has nothing to do with Nike. There's all these things happening. Interest rates, wars, virus, like all this shit is happening. It has nothing to do with Nike, but it does affect their business. Supply chain problems. It can't unload stuff on a boat, right? So what is that shit? What is this guy talking about? Why did I just come on a live and not know who it is and then complain about it? So, I like this, man. Maybe we buy that. Let's all buy this together. Everybody buy one share of Nike. No. You got to buy at least 3 so we can take profits. So, let's go buy 3 shares of Nike as a class. Just me and you. Just me and you. Okay? Don't tell your friends. Just me and you. Okay? Let's go buy this. You need to buy at least 3 shares if you're playing the game, because we need one when we hit our first profit target. We need a second one when the RSI goes extreme, right here, okay, number 3. And then we're going to need one to close it out when it rolls over like here. So you get what I'm saying? Buy in increments of 3. Now, it's still a stage 1, so we're not buying necessarily all 3 today, unless your plan is to buy 6 or 9. So you'd start here, 1 or 2. Where would you put your stop? Well, I would probably put it right around in here. If we're trading, which I would definitely be trading here. Now, what if you're not trading? What if you're swing trading? I mean, you want to own Nike, and if it comes down, you're cool with that. Then you don't put a stop. That's called position trading. Right? Get what I'm saying? So there's a difference. So if we're swing trading, we don't want to hold this if it goes against us because we need to protect our capital. If we're position trading, then we just wait for the next stage 1 and start buying again. So you would have bought some here. It ran up. Maybe you take some down. Comes back over here. As a position trader, you're putting it back on. You're looking to take some off up here. Make sense? So you have to ask yourself right now, if we're mapping the trade, what are we trading? Nike. What's the fundamental value of Nike? What'd they say? 186. Okay? 180 or 187. What does the money flow say it's worth? Price goes to where it's gone before. Money flow says 172. That's below 187. So we have a trade here. Okay? We're not greedy. We just want 172. So what's my entry? Stage 1. Do I have a box? Yes. A box is what? 5 days holding the low. So let's clean this up. Is price above the 5-day moving average? Yes. So as we go down the checklist of the 6 indicators we look at, One, our target's 172. That's below true value of the stock, which is 187. We are now above the 5-day moving average, and we have 4 days moving sideways, and we have a logical place to put our stop. If price moves here, it breaks this pattern, and it goes back into from a stage 1 back into a stage 4 decline, right? Yes, this is a daily. All you guys on your 5 minutes and stuff, stop, man. Put down the Ritalin and stop. Go get a job. You ain't got time to be watching no 5-minute chart unless you're sitting in front of your computer all day. Then I question why you're doing that. But some people, that is their game. Not picking on those that do. Not kind I am. Nike entry. Our entry is what? Write this down, man. You print off the chart. Stage 1 box. Price is above the 5. Right? So as I go through here, now in my head, this all goes really fast, okay? Where's the 5-day? Where's the 10-day? Are they going sideways? Yes. Is price above the 5? Yes. Where's the 20-day? Still pointing down, so this is a stage 1. Where's the RSI? Is it coming off an extreme? Let's see. Yes. Okay, check. So all the boxes that I need for a stage 1 are coming true. Price is moving sideways. RSI is extreme. Moving averages have started to turn in. Now, what is the opposite of this? This Netflix chart is complete shit. It's going straight down. You don't buy this. This is not a stage 1. This is straight down. Straight down. Look at this. So we're not predicting, we're trading what is. This is straight down. There's nothing about this that says buy or it's going sideways. Nothing. Anything you came up with, you made up in your own head. Nothing. That thing is going straight down. If we look at Nike, it has stopped. And now it's actually starting to go up. Don't you want to trade when things are going up? Like you want to buy up, unless you're a short seller, you want the opposite, right? You would want it to go down. But right now we're trading to the long side. So our entry price broke above the trigger, 5-day moving average, right? Where's our target? 172. And you say why? Previous high, price has memory. We write that down. Price has memory. Right? What about number 4? What's our exit? Well, our exit is us getting out. So our exit's going to be a stage 4 decline, right? Or our stop is hit. That's an exit, like we're getting out. Profit target is not an exit. That's an actual pick target. We're downsizing the trade. So as it hits our target, we're downsizing the trade. Oh, man. I'm getting excited now. I'm glad you guys are here. This is so much fun. All right. You could buy one share here. I'm just using it as an example. That could be 1, 10, 100, whatever your budget is, okay? It's above the 5. As this improves, you add to the trade. And then look how far away the breakout is. Oh, this is going to take a while. So you got time on this one. If you look over here, when it started, look what happens. It takes a while. So it's a whole nother week, right? So there's your stage 1 buy. And then it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Boom. Breakout next week. Next week. You had a whole week. Whole week to go do nothing. Look at that. And then what? Runs up. Where was our target? Previous high. And then it hit it, right? So we would take some off, and then the RSI hits, take some off, and then what? We're waiting for the what? Stage 4 decline right there. There's your rollover. Now we're out. And that, my friend, is swing trading around the money flow. Oh, man. So if you were just getting going, imagine if you just listened to that over and 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 over, and you didn't go to YouTube and listen to all these dipshits that are on there talking about they sold all their stocks like Meet Kevin and all these other idiots. You realize these are children. These are like 25-year-old men who don't know shit about the stock market. They ain't even been long enough. They're not even have shoes long enough to even know what they're talking about, man. It makes me sick. This guy's selling all his stocks. Whatever you do, do not listen to these guys, man. Fucking. Let's pull this up. This pisses me off yesterday because there's people going to listen to this. And I don't even care if the market goes down. He's still an idiot. Let's see. Yeah. Meet Kevin sells stock portfolio. Some of you guys are watching this idiot too. Sells his entire $20 million. You know what? I'll tell you what. I agree with Tom. I bet he got liquidated, man. He got a margin call is what I think happened. I mean, is it 52 million or is it 20 million? It's hard to keep up. Over here it says 20 million. Down here it says 52 million. So, I mean, I don't know, man. That's who I'd listen to, the guy with the green hair who's like 8 years old? I don't know how old this guy is. He was a real estate guy. Now he's a stock expert. That's kind of weird, right? And for whatever reason, a lot of people watch and listen to him. I don't think he even knows shit about real estate personally. So, I'm glad you never heard of him. Maybe it was 52 and he sold at 20. That's possible. I guess so. I just hate hearing when they tell people to get completely out of the market. That is always a bad idea, man. Even if he ends up being right and it goes down, it's a bad idea, man. Your brother follows him. I follow him. I just can't stand him anymore. It's just such babbling nonsense. All it is a guy that can read books, regurgitating that shit. You know, and all the money he got to buy, it's just same as Grand Stefan. He's a great YouTuber, and the girls like him. He's an attractive fellow. His videos get mad views. He took that money and went and paid overpriced retail price for real estate. Yeah, if you paid me $5 million a year to be a YouTuber and I just bought real estate with it, I'd be a real estate genius too. Like, that's not that fucking complicated. Same thing Grant Cardone did. He took your money and bought real estate. That's not very difficult. So, let's see. Oh, it was 32 million. He waited till it was 20 million to exit. Why would you exit? It's 20 million. Was he not going to be able to pay his light bill next month? I mean, come on, man. Let's see. Exactly. From the pockets, purses, wallets, checkbooks, and credit cards of other people. Exactly. I don't know. Those guys make me mad, man. Because, I don't know. They just present things a different way than I do. So, first time Gerald here. Watch Kevin for the humor. Oh, he's a very good YouTuber. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. He's a very good talker. Very elegant fella. And will have you convinced that he knows about real estate. And, yeah. All right. So, he lives in a very high-priced area where he pays he pays retail prices for. You remember when he blew out when he started a construction company and then he went bust on that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. But they are making a lot of money on YouTube. I'll give them that. They are very good YouTubers. I am awful at YouTube. They are excellent. That I will 100% agree. Square. All right. Let's get long Nike, man. The only problem with this Nike problem here is the weight of the market is to the downside. So keep it small if you were trying to trade it. But if we do get a bounce, Nike could fly. Keep it small, though. Oh, yeah. Kevin changes constantly. Originally, when he first started, I talked to him a few times. And then he decided he would attack Grant Cardone, and Grant Cardone sued his ass. And then, anyway, if you've been following him, then he decided to run. It's just all fucking semantics, man. It's just all obnoxious bullshit. He dressed up like Santa Claus and went to Grant Cardone's place and then just decided to run behind his office and run in. I would have fucking knocked him out or shot him. He just runs into the back like an ass clown. I don't know why he thought he had the right to do that. And then he, of course, was charged with trespassing. And then he decided, I mean, it's all antics, man. Then he tried to run for governor. It reminds me of the guy with the polka dotted suit who's giving away free grant money on TV. That's what it reminds me. That's why it makes me mad, because I feel like it makes a laughing stock of what we're trying to do. But he is a very successful YouTuber. I would have shot him, though, if he ran into my office like that. Let's see. Here's a good question. He says, GP, based on crypto volatility, do you tend to enter positions a bit earlier than you would compared to stocks? For example, see ETH would start building here or still wait for the 5 EMA. As long as you can handle that, man, I don't have any problem jumping the money flow. I'd rather see you jump it than do it later. Does that make sense? I mean, I'd rather see you jump in a little earlier than later. I mean, I try to be as pure as I can on it, and I don't want to. Like, I would take ETH here. This is a box enough, and the reason the 5 is so far away is this. Look how big so we have to kind of, if you have my course where I talk about moving averages, as price rapidly picks up pace, these things get out of whack, right? Meaning they get so spread apart, and the further they spread apart, the more likely, you know, you're hitting a bottom. A lot of guys like to use Bollinger Bands. In my early trading days, I used Bollinger Bands. And when price breaks outside the Bollinger Band, was usually, let me put them on here and see, was usually a very good indication. So if you just as a general rule, watch, this is on Ethereum. We could do it on a lot of things. Whenever price breaks out of the Bollinger Band, which is right here defined in purple, you'll see a pullback to the 20. See it? I used to trade on this. Look. I used to trade on this. Whenever price breaks the Bollinger Band, look, see it breaking? It pulls back to the 20. Come on down here. It's breaking the Bollinger Band, and there, look, it pulls back to the 20. So this used to be a trading strategy of mine. Now I'm giving you some other shit, man. I shouldn't even do this. I already give away too much. I spent most of my 30s just reading books, staring at it, trading, day trading. A lot of these things you're still trying to figure out because that's the way life works. Sometimes we just got to figure it out for ourselves. And so here's the trading strategy on Bollinger Bands. A guy named John Bollinger wrote it. I know you know more about Kardashians than you do about John Bollinger or whoever created this. Do you know who created this? And this was created by a guy named William Blue. This down here, you know who created stochastics? Of course you don't know, but you know Tom Brady, don't you? So watch. That was kind of true, huh? A lot of you guys know all about Tom Brady. You don't know about John Bollinger. It's sad. Whenever price would break these bands, it pulls back to the 20. That's one of the reasons I use the 20s, because of John Bollinger. Whenever price would break above the band to the top, it pulls back to the 20. Now, I'm giving you a trading strategy here. Now, there's a little bit more to it, right? This is a very short-term trading strategy. But we're looking for breaks out of it, okay? You're looking for breaks out of it, and then it pulls back. It's not always perfect, but a lot of times that is true, and it does hurt. You guys know more about sports people than you do about the creators of the stock market. That's virtually everyone I meet. Or the history of landlording. You ever Google that? Like, what's the history of landlording? Like the way we do it today with all these mortgages. That's all new stuff, man. Let me try to find another stock. Let's look at Nike. Let's look at Nike. We're looking for these breaks of the bands. See the break of the band? Pulls back to the 20. Break of the band pulls up to the 20. Break of the band And then what? Hasn't worked yet. It went down pretty drastically. That didn't quite break the band, but likely you're going to see it pull back to the 20. I shouldn't even have showed this, like giving candy to kids. Breaks the band, pulls back to the 20. Now you just show you chart after chart of this. Now there's a little bit more to the strategy than that. There's certain setups. You're looking for certain things. You're looking for the market to be in a certain position. But I would sit and watch these bands. Now to do it, you really want to clean off everything else on your screen. Okay? Because it gets a little wacky when you have all this shit on your screen. You can't see what you're doing. We'll leave the 200 on there. We're going to leave the Bollinger Bands on there. Now, if you just look. Now, you say, Gerald, well, why'd you stop using the bands? Well, I want you to notice something. Notice it breaks the band, the RSI is extreme. Notice it breaks the band, the RSI is extreme. Get it? Almost breaks, it starts to break the band, the RSI is extreme. Get what I'm saying? In other words, a lot of these indicators are doing the same thing. So, in theory, we could just drop the band, and use our 20 in the RSI, and you're going to see price. If it pulls away from the 20 really far, it gets compelled to come back to it. You saw it over here. Price gets away from the 20. It's compelled to go back to it. But as a very, 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 very short-term trader, I would buy that break of the band. I would set my target for the 20. And that would be the whole trade, man. I'd buy the break out of the band. Now, it's not perfect. Right here, it didn't really work. It's moved down, But a lot of times it would work, especially in an up-moving market. So you got to know what kind of market you're in. Oh, man, I shouldn't even have shared that with you. The old Bollinger Bands. Yep, ADX and the Bollinger Bands act very similar. I took the ADX off because people, it confused too many people. Let's see. Let's see. You were crying when Tom Brady lost? That Green Bay game was good, though, huh? Yeah. So, anyway, you might play with Bollinger Bands. I basically use them for so long, I don't even need to see them anymore. The RSI tells me everything I need to know. Very fascinating, though, right? So, we could put that over Bitcoin. Let's see if that's working over Bitcoin. Very fascinating, Gerald. When the bands come together, that's usually your consolidation zones. You don't even need that once you've learned the stages, man. So look, it broke out of the band. So we should see Bitcoin come up. So as a short-term trader, I would buy that. There's one it didn't work. So obviously it works, sometimes it doesn't, man. Yes, sir, Manny. And there's a little more to that. I very much simplified this. Very simple. There's stop loss strategy to play in what I just showed you, and it's just a reversion to the mean, man. That's all that means. There's a lot of strategies out there that are really good. The thing is, you got to stick with them, and you got to make sure that the stock market is in the right environment for that, right? Like right now with and the other great thing about this trade, kind of lets you play both sides, So I just don't do it anymore. I don't have time to sit at my computer watching as closely as I need to make that work. And I'm older, I'm older. I got more money. I'm not as hungry. I got other shit to do, man. Is DOT a trade or a long-term hold? For me, it's a trade, a string trade that's not working. Let's check DOT. Oops, sorry. Woo, brutal. We could add here, though. You could add here. I'm probably going to send out an update to all the money flow gang, letting them know. I'm adding to some of these. I thought I made that clear yesterday, but I like it. That's a box. Let's see. Let's put the bands on here. If you use the bands, I would clean up some of this other stuff. Yeah, broke them. We'll see. Interesting. Yeah, that swing is not swinging. You're right. And I held it. I held it knowing that it was going lower. You know, I'm position trading it, I guess you'd say. But, I mean, you know, it is a trade. I do plan to sell it. So what levels are you looking at BTC? You said you might go on to 20. Yeah, I think it could still go to 20. It can go wherever it was before. So let's pull up on a weekly. If this level breaks, Jesus. Man, let's not even get into that. That's a lot lower, dude. Let's hope that doesn't happen. That is a lot lower, man. How do you include the Bollinger? We just went over that, man. There's a lot of great books on how to use Bollinger Bands. I basically have simplified it with the money flow and using RSI. So, man, those next levels on the weekly chart of Bitcoin are very, very low. Let's hope that doesn't happen. And we're seeing Bitcoin catch a rally right now. So let's clean this shit up. I don't know if you know this on stock charts. I know a lot of you guys don't use it. I use it because it was the first one, and I'm kind of a loyal guy. And they've always helped me, so I stayed with it. If you put it over here, what's on the chart changes with it. If you put it over here, it goes back to your default settings. So the Bollinger Bands will go away. If I changed it over here, whatever changes I made on the screen will change. Right? So if I go back and I go, well, let's check the SPY, the Bollinger Bands will still be there. See them? If I do it up here, the Bollinger Bands go away and it goes back to my default. So that allows you to kind of play around with, you know, indicators and things like that. Thoughts on re-entering Gush? No. Let's look at Gush. It's creeping back up. Too soon. We'll see. You could. I would wait for it to get above the 20. Here's the problem, though. Where's our target? Right there. I mean, you could jump back into Gush. I would put a stop, though, like on today's low. You could. But, you know, what is that, a $6 stock to make 15? Yeah, it's 2 for 1, I guess. You could. I'm going to wait. We're getting a crossover. So, I don't know. I don't trust it. That's crazy as fuck if it breaks. Yeah, if it breaks, I don't even want to think about how low Bitcoin could go. It's pretty low. I need my first 2 bed, and I woke up saying that. Lady almost hit me. Yeah, man. He says when to re-enter runaways when they break the 20-day moving average. For me. And that's trading. You know, we got out yesterday. I was basically even money from over here. It ran up. We took some off. Let it come down. I could be a little flexible because I own half as many shares as I had here. And, you know, yesterday looked pretty bad. We got out. It's come back. We'll see. We can always get back in. That's trading. You know, this I'm trading. This is the triple leverage fund. I am trading this, which means I will get in and out. I cannot hold this and have complete capital destruction. You know, I don't like to do that with triple leverage funds. Other than I have some in the U Pro and the TQ, and let's see. Do I like SPLK? I'm sure it looks like shit. Let's see. No, I like it. Yeah, that looks nice, bro. I like it. Isn't that one of Wood's stocks? Where's Roku? Are we coming back? Is the market coming back? No, not really. I like that SPLK. It looks good. Do Amazon. Amazon, huh? Is that your ticker symbol, sir? AMAZON. What are you, a civilian? Oh, he caught himself. Good catch, sir. Oh, yeah. AMZN. Yeah, that looks terrible. That looks like shit, dude. Straight down. Go buy that. Go buy all the ones going straight down. No, it's too soon. Now, if this box builds, if this low holds and it starts to go sideways, then I'm absolutely. So what am I watching? Two things. Now that you brought this shitty stock to our attention. Look, the momentum is still to the downside. That's your first indication that the momentum possibly is going to turn. That's going to tick the other way. We're already seeing it on stochastics, but the rest hasn't happened yet. So too soon, man. This level may end up holding, but it's still too soon. Still too soon. Give it a minute. Oh, did Farmer Jim call it? Did Jim call it? All right. You get those big washouts, and then by about 10:30, I was like, oh shit, and then we just came right back. You can tell, man. You get to doing it for a while. But old Jim, God, let me see if I can find this. Jim Cramer. Good morning, America. Sell your stocks. Dude, have they taken this off fucking YouTube? Jim Cramer, 2008. He's had them take it off. What the fuck? They've taken that video off. There's a video of Jim Cramer on, oh, did you find it? 2008, 2009. I watched it. He's on there telling everyone, you need to sell all of your stocks. It was literally the bottom of the 2008 crisis. Huh, that's funny. In other words, nobody knows shit, you know. Jim's a smart guy. His books are pretty cool if you haven't read his books, but he doesn't know either, you know. Nobody knows, man. Dude, did they take that down? I bet CNBC took that down. Maybe I'm just putting in the wrong words. Let's see. Gerald, I'm in a dilemma. Should I save up for a house or keep investing in stock? That's not a dilemma. Can you come up with 20K in like 3 to 4 months? You should buy the house. Stock market's here forever. So what if you put all the money into the stock market and then we have another wave down and we go down another 30%? You just got less stocks, you have less money, and you have no house. I would do the house. And I would keep doing stocks. I just wouldn't do as much. Right? So maybe it takes you 4 or 5 months. You just dribble some. You buy one share here, one share there. You stay in the money flow. It's not one or the other. You stay in this. You're just watching. You're not buying as much. Also, some of your stocks are going to turn and rip higher first, right? And when they do, you trim them, and then you add, and you do both. Why the fuck are you limited? Why is it one or the other? Look at Nike's going up. We already talked about it. We're all making money right now. So why would you need you? Yeah, dude, you do both. I'm fixing to buy more Nike while we're on the air. Hold on. Yeah, because if you'd followed what I'm saying here, if you'd have done that last year, you'd have money coming from the rental right now, and that's what you'd be putting into the stock market. Let's see. Hold on just a second. That's what I would do. Just me personally. I think you'll get the money for the other one. Like, you do both, man. I love both. And stay with it. Here's what a lot of my friends do is once they decide one or the other, they stop paying attention to the one, you know. I know, because they drift off. You should be all about one. Even if you don't have the money, you can look at it, right? You can look at this and go, okay, put a trade in there. You could set up a paper trading account where you keep doing your thing, man, while at the same time you're putting your money over here into this. Because this game's going to play forever. I mean, they're going to keep playing this. So don't let not having money keep you from having the skills to participate. I get a lot of people that join me and then they were like, well, I don't have the money to buy that stock. And so they just don't do anything. They don't execute. What they should have done is set up a paper trade account through like E-Trade, a whole separate account. Take every trade I take, track them, follow them. And then you're what? You're getting that 10,000 hours, that repetition, mother of skill. Even if you're not actually participating in it, you can click over, click buy, watch it, do. You see what I'm saying? Like you're doing it. You're all about doing it. I look at houses every day. I look at 10, 15, 20 properties every day, every fucking day. And I don't have money to buy them. Like I can't buy everything I look at. Let's see. What's your thought on a house hack duplex? Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer, man. I don't understand the question. Why wouldn't you do that? You know, I don't, why would you not house hack and put it on Airbnb? Like, why not? What is the big fucking risk? You know, like, of course you do that. I never understand those questions. The real question is, why aren't you doing it? Like, what are you waiting on? Why the fuck are we still waiting on you, dude? Like, how long does planet Earth have to wait on Tommy to get his shit together and take some actual action, Tommy? How long are we going to wait on you? How long does the fucking universe need to sit here waiting for you to get your shit together, get your credit together, get the money, and actually go take action? Stop hanging out with your loser friends and start doing some shit. Like, how long do we have to wait on you, Tommy? Like, damn. Like, he's already put the idea in your head. That's where you came up for it. But we're still waiting on you, Tommy. You're still talking about it, not doing it. So you should leave work today and go fucking execute on what you just said. I dare you. I bet you won't. You'll be like, oh, let me call my dad. Let me talk to my mom. She knows a lot about real estate. Here, let me call my loser buddy at work, see what he thinks about my plan to become rich. And he's not, but let's just talk to him anyway. That's what most people do. Right? You're going to call your aunt, let me talk to my aunt. She don't know shit. Your parents don't know. They don't own 15, 20, 30 properties. Nobody around you does. So here's an idea. Stop waiting, man. Go do it, man. That's what you do, man. Execute on it. That's what you do, man. I think you could do it, bro. Matter of fact, here's what we do, Tommy. You should DM me after this. You should DM me, and then I'll call you on the phone. And you'll, and when I call you, here's what we're going to do. You're going to give me your credit score. And if you don't have one, I'm going to hang up on you, because that tells me you're bullshitting. And I want to know your exact fucking credit score, because then you can send me a picture of it too. Right? And then you're going to tell me how much you have as a down payment. I want you to screenshot it, send it to me. Okay? Screenshot it and send it to me. And then just start sending me the ones you're looking at. Or don't. Just be all full of shit and talking. That's your other option. So get on that, man. No, I'm going to Mardi Gras next week. I'm headed to Mardi Gras this week, guys. So I'm headed to New Orleans. I'm doing my live event at my house. And we're going to talk about some of these things. We're going to talk about this. Action. Just doing things. Getting going. One day we're going to talk about stocks. We got the day trade professor coming. We're going to talk about day trading. And then I'm going to talk about swing trading. And we're going to talk about real estate the next day. I got someone catering the food, so that's exciting. Makes life a little easier for me. All right, let's do this, man. Yep, get on this Nike thing, man. I like the way this looks. You guys be good, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's Mardi Gras right now, man. I invited every one of my followers to come to my house for Mardi Gras. And you guys are, you know all about Tom Brady, but you couldn't make that trip, could you? Oh, let me make sure I watch the playoffs, but I can't come to Gerald's house because that would require me to get off my couch and actually execute on something. So I can't make it. I gotta ask permission. So you didn't make it. Then it sold out. But good thing is you get to watch the playoffs. That's good. Could have watched them at my place. I know, you were busy. I know, you were busy. Let's see. How do you feel about going long on... I know, I was just teasing Jessica. It sold out fast. We'll see how it goes. I may do others and make it a little larger. It was probably a little too small. I don't want to have 100 people there, and then it's kind of hard to talk to people. Very hard. If you ever been to a room and there's 100 people, just saying hi to 100 people takes 2 hours. I mean, it sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck. I like it, but you really can't get into any kind of fun conversations. Oh yes, I'm in Facebook. All right, that's Nike. That was our lesson. We'll use this over the next few days. See how Nike does as a trade. Remember, I talked about buying 3 shares. We'll see how it does. Sorry if I offended anyone today. You probably needed it. Tommy, you already asked the question. You got the answer. Now you got to execute. You need a down payment. I don't like your 3.5% bullshit thing you said there. That's for losers. You need to work a little harder on that. I don't like that down payment, but you could do it. I guess you're not very committed. I thought you were committed. Committed would be 20. But that looks like a lot. That means like you don't hang out with your girlfriend as much and you actually give a shit about your future. That's an option to do it my way, or we could do it your way of kind of barely putting anything in. Why don't we just put nothing down? 3%, it's like nothing. So yeah, why don't we put nothing down on our dream? Let's put nothing. That's an option. Or you could go sell all the shit you have at your house and get the 20%. That's another option. I'm just saying. Tom Brady gave up a lot to get where he's at. How's the guy starting from zero? Oh yeah, that guy's got his credit up over 700. We are working with him on that. He bought some Bitcoin just in time to watch it collapse. He bought some Lyft just in time to watch it collapse. And now we're going to add to those positions. We got his credit score looking right. He's finished my book, You Don't Have to Die Broke. Now we're looking at the buy and hold portfolio, and now we're talking about getting his housing situation right. Oh man, that's a beautiful thing, man. Let's see. What is the preferred preference? And I think it's all online nowadays. I do most of mine in person, but the last one I did was online because of COVID. Prior to that, all mine have been local bank. I know the people. I would never use a big bank like Bank of America, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo. If you guys are using those, you're out of your damn mind. There's no way I'd use those banks at all, ever. All right, man, you guys be good. What's up, YouTube? Let me turn this down. Make sure he said keep on fin. What do you think about Givo? I didn't look at a lot of these. Man, I'm sure that thing's looking terrible. Yeah, dude, come on. I would wait on these. I mean, maybe nibble a little, But this is not a box at all. That's not a stage 1, man. I'd give this a minute, dude. I really would. You're very welcome, Jessica. I don't even have a girlfriend because I'm trying to get my life together. That's probably a good idea, bro. Let's see. Yeah, I'd wait on that, man. Where's DS? That's one of the penny stocks that I like. Woo! It's trying to come back into box. This gets up here in this 140, 150, man. That's pretty bullish, guys. So that would be cool. We'll see. Go easy on these, though, man. It could be a minute, okay? Don't get crazy with them. We got plenty of time, man. I don't see us ripping anytime soon. All right, man. You guys be good.